Hello everybody, welcome to class today. Let's see. Alright, so welcome to class. My name is Sagen and I will be doing a class today on English for the health sciences. So we're just getting started here. Let me see. Say hello to everyone in class. Hello Kaio, nice to see you. Kieran, nice to see you. Welcome to class again. Let's see, who else is here today? Bahar, hello. Welcome, welcome. Rosa, welcome. Who else? Raz, thank you for coming to class today. John, welcome to class. Let's see. Who else do we have? Jose. All right, Jose, and we've got Mr. Nom Nom. All right, so welcome to class, everybody. Some of you were with me on Tuesday at this same time, and today we're doing another class. So again, for those of you who are new, my name is Sagen, and I will be here for the next hour giving you a class about English for the health sciences. So our class, what we're doing is giving you a little taste, a little example for what this curriculum is like and for what our online class for the health sciences will be. So it's like a sampler tray, or like if you go out to eat at a restaurant, before you eat the meal, you get like a little bit of food before, maybe like an appetizer. So this is like an appetizer class for the real class. The real class will start the last week of September, and you can find out more information by going to smartenglish.com. That is SMRTENGLISH.com. I'll type it in the comments here. So, as you know, that's not how you spell the word smart. That is S-M-A-R-T. This kind of smart is just the name of our curriculum. So, today we will be going over, as I mentioned, English for the health sciences. For those of you who were with me on Tuesday, we did a vocabulary lesson and then a short exercise on it. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to be doing a reading exercise and then a little bit of work on it, and then we'll do some discussion about the answers. So, to start, I have a suggestion for you. For this class, and really for any class, I think it's useful to have some materials, and some of the materials, really is very simple, that I think would be great for this class are a notebook, here we go, or a piece of paper. It can even be a small piece of paper like this, just a little something that you can write on, but I really like to use a notebook because it gives me more room. And then a pen or a pencil. Notebook and a pen or pencil. So, I think it is very useful to have that for class because, like last time we were doing vocabulary lesson, we were just talking about a lot of words, and maybe you have a thought you want to write down, or you want to keep track of all the words we're going over. For this class, we are doing, we'll be doing a reading exercise, so it will be useful to take notes on the reading. So we'll get started here in just one moment. Before that, I'm curious, where is everybody from today? I see we have someone from Afghanistan, but now living in the UK. Where else are people from? You can type into the chat where you're coming to us from. Just so you know, I'm from the United States, currently in the state of Washington, which is not the capital, Washington, D.C., but the state of Washington, which is on the opposite corner of the country. Actually, we'll go here. Let me show you a map of where I am right now. right, so there we go. We want a larger one. This one's pretty big. Okay, so we can see that this is a map of the United States. And let's see if we can get a little bit bigger. Nope. Okay, so in the United States, it's a huge country, as you know. I am currently in Spokane, Washington, right here. In this corner, the northwest corner of the United States. We call this the Pacific Northwest. I was born in Salem, right here in the state of Oregon. But currently I live in Spokane. Our other partners who do these live streaming classes also teach from Spokane, and some of them from Vancouver, British Columbia, which, even though it's close, is part of Canada. It's a different country. So let's see. So we've got Caio from Brazil. Welcome, welcome. We have Jose from Mexico. Bienvenido. We have, let's see, Rosa from Algeria. Welcome. We have a couple questions like Josh. Yes, Josh also lives here. Maybe you've seen some of his streaming classes, or maybe Nicole's classes. We all live in the same city of Spokane, right here. And Tunisia. Wow, all right, welcome from Tunisia. So, thank you for sharing where you're from. Thank you for commenting. I think the class is more fun also when people participate, when everybody is writing comments. So what I will do is do my best to check the comments. If I'm looking down like this, that's because I'm seeing who is writing to me, seeing what people are writing for the class. So if you see me doing that, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I need to read the comments. So, all right, so let's get started with the lesson today. So, we'll close out of this. All right, so today we are teaching from Unit 4. When you take the class, you will become very familiar with the Smrt Curriculum. The Smrt Curriculum uses pages that look like this that have information about all the different contents we can cover for the class. So we have grammar exercises, reading exercises, vocabulary, we have writing, we have speaking, media. Those will be like videos and stuff, though maybe we'll do less of that because this is like kind of like a video almost, except that it's live. And then we have different topics: saving lives, science and technology, in the pharmacy, various things. And today we're going to be looking at a reading lesson from the section titled Doctor's Advice. So we're going to be doing reading 4-2, Time to Quit Smoking. So what this lesson is about is smoking tobacco, smoking cigarettes. Here in the United States, smoking is something that it was very popular. Maybe like 30 or 40 years ago, smoking was very popular. And then starting maybe about 20 or 25 years ago, it started becoming less and less popular. And in the news, people would talk about how smoking is bad, and people would try to quit smoking, and people would do studies about the effects of tobacco. So today we're going to use this idea about smoking and about maybe what a doctor's advice about smoking could be for our reading and for our discussion. So we're not talking about, is smoking good, is smoking bad? We're just saying our thoughts about smoking. We're saying, what might a doctor think about smoking? And then there'll be some reading, and then we will do a short exercise, and then we'll discuss the answers. So, to start, hello Marco from Colombia, welcome, bienvenido. So to start, in the chat, why don't you please type if you or anyone you know have tried to quit smoking, and describe maybe what that felt like. So this question here, first question, maybe what your thoughts are about smoking, and if you or someone you know has tried to quit, and what it felt like. So I'll give you about maybe 2 minutes to write some answers, and then we can come back and we'll talk about the answers, and then we'll do the reading section. So to start, write in the comments, in the chat, write if you or anyone you know has tried to quit smoking, and maybe your thoughts about quitting smoking. All right, so we're back. I'll come back on screen here in a second. And hello. All right, so some of the response that we have here, we got 2 responses, 3 responses. All right, thank you. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Kieran, and thank you, Kyle. I appreciate your participation. So Jose says he doesn't smoke, but his son smokes a lot. So he knows somebody who smokes a lot. Kieran says her friend has tried to quit smoking many times, but has failed every time. Yeah, it's a challenging, it's hard. That's part of what we'll get into today. Let's see. Kyle says, yes, my parents have tried and they've been successful doing that. They had a very difficult time to stop smoking, and they used to get impatient every time. I understand. Yeah, that's some of the very common symptoms of quitting smoking is getting very restless and like you said, impatient. Just like very people, it's hard. They like want to do it, but they can't. So they get kind of like restless, and it's very challenging. Um, let's see. Lung cancer is one of the dangers of smoking. Yep, that is why a doctor might give advice to quit smoking. People say it's an awful feeling. People say they're very restless and they feel the compulsion of having it. Good vocabulary, compulsion. That means you want to do something and you feel like you can't control it, but you want to. You feel like you have to, and you have to, and you have to. That's a compulsion. An awful feeling, yes. Let's see. Godria says, my friend quit smoking for a week, but he became irritable. He asked me advice. I told him you have to go back to smoking to get rid of anger. Hey, that'll fix it. Let's see. My friend, Bahar says, one of my close friends has tried to quit smoking several times. He did very well at first, but because of the difficulties of his life and depression, he failed again. Also very common. A lot of people, when they're sad or stressed out, have a lot on their mind, they will return to smoking. Let's see. And yeah, some suggestions from Rosa. Suggestion from Rosa, some ways to quit smoking are to practice some kind of sport, to do sports, or chewing gum. Yep. And so, all right, so thank you for the participation. Thank you everyone for your questions. We we'll move on to the reading exercise now. So let's see, right below us here. Oops. All right, sorry, I'm trying to get all the reading on one page for you. There we go. All right, so this is our reading section today. Maybe some of you have started reading it already since it's been on the screen. What we will do is read. I will give you several minutes to read this section, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and then I'll let you read the question. If you have your notebook and your pen, you can take some notes on some of the information in the story. It's information about a company that has made a commitment to help their employees quit smoking, stop smoking. So, give you a few minutes to read, take notes if you have your notebook, and then we will do some questions afterwards to help us understand the reading a little bit more. All right, and if anybody has any questions during the time to do the reading, please type them into the chat, and I can answer them, or Joshua can answer them as well. Also, welcome Joshua. He's our wonderful director here at Spokane College of English Language. So, either one of us will answer questions if you have them during the reading time. So, I'll put the monkey music back on, I'll move my head out of the screen, and we'll get going again. Give you 5 or 6 minutes to read this section, and then we will discuss it and answer some questions about it. All right, hello, welcome back. I will be on the screen here in just a moment. All right, hi everybody. I hope you enjoyed the reading. What I will do is read through this out loud so that everyone can just hear me read it. Maybe there's some words that you're unsure of how to pronounce or how they sound. I will read through them so that you can hear what it sounds like. And then if you have any questions about the reading, you can put them in the chat and we'll answer them. And then we will move on to some of the discussion questions. So, General Electrics, or GE, has made a big commitment to helping its employees stop smoking. That's the title of this piece. One thing to remember with paragraph structure, the first sentence of the paragraph, that's going to be our topic of each sentence. So when you see that, just know, okay, this first paragraph, this is about the question, why would a company like GE do that? The next one you can just look at quickly as you're taking a glance, a very quick look at the reading before you start reading the whole thing. You can see the second paragraph is talking about how difficult it is to quit smoking. The third paragraph is talking about the results, what happened with GE's program, and then our last one is just a conclusion. So as we're preparing to read and understand this well, that's a good strategy to use. All right, so let's begin. Why would a company be interested in helping its employees stop smoking? One of the many reasons is that it will save the company millions of dollars a year in health insurance costs. When people try to quit smoking, the average success rate is 3 to 5%. GE thought that by giving successful quitters up to $750, they could increase their success rate. So, the idea of this first paragraph, the idea is why would a company like GE decide it was going to do a program to help people stop smoking? And the answer we see in the text is, though there's a very small success rate, 3 to 5% can quit, it saves the company millions of dollars a year in health insurance costs. And health insurance being a benefit that a company gives its employees to make sure that they can go to the doctor. So their idea is maybe if we pay people $750, then they will be more interested or more motivated to quit smoking. And the cost of paying a successful quitter $750 is much less than the cost of insurance payments that the company would be paying for somebody who is going to see the doctor all the time because they're sick from smoking. So, are there any questions about the first paragraph? And if so, please write them into the comments. I'll watch for a minute. There's a slight delay between the video and the comments, so I'll look and see look for the comments here in a minute if we have any questions. No? Okay. If we do have questions, I'll pause and I'll go back and answer. So, the next paragraph. Anyone who has tried to quit smoking understands the difficulty it brings. We're starting with this line right here. So this paragraph we know is about the challenges to stop smoking. GE created a program that not only gives them money to stop, but also gives them education and tools to help them. Smoking cessation, that's a good vocabulary word. I saw we had some questions about that. Is the process of stopping smoking, and GE gave its employees access to their program. So, the idea from this paragraph is it's hard to stop smoking. It is hard. And this program gives them not just money, but also education and tools. It helps them by giving them resources to stop. And then our question here, Rosa had a question about what cessation means. That's a very good vocabulary word. It's a challenging word. And cessation, correct Bahar, it means to stop doing something. It means it's similar to quit. So the reason why that word is included here is to help you learn more vocabulary words, to help you incorporate new words into your vocabulary. Let's see, we have a question from Kyle. Is stop smoking considered a noun in this piece? Let's see, which section are we talking about here? And no, stopping smoking. Okay. Yeah. So no, that isn't a noun. It's what it is doing is describing something that's going on, and they're actually both verbs still. They're present progressive verbs. Stopping smoking. So similar to saying like, I love running. It's the same idea there. So a very good question. All right, and welcome Tara. Welcome to class. Welcome back. Thank you for returning. All right, so smoking cessation, and one way. So if you see a word like this and you don't know what the word is, you can look for clues in the text as well. So we see smoking cessation, and we think, okay, what does that mean? Sorry, one moment. Just gonna adjust something here. Smoking cessation. You think, what does that mean? And you can look later in the sentence for some clues about what that is. So you see this and you go, I don't know, and then you go, wait, that is the process of stopping smoking. Smoking cessation is the process of stopping smoking. So there's a clue in the text. All right. So let's move on to the next paragraph here if there's no questions. All right. Let's check to see if we have any more questions coming through. All right. So move on to our next paragraph here. Next paragraph says, the success of the program is evident. So we're talking about is to what extent, like how effective is this program? So it says next, over the trial period, 15% of people in the program were able to successfully quit smoking. This is 3 times the average rate of cessation. There's our word again, cessation. 3 times the average rate of people quitting smoking. And I'll continue. Healthcare costs for smoking in the United States is over $75 billion a year. If employees at GE can stop smoking, that would save them an average of $3,400 per year for each employee. So that shows how effective this program can be. And that's what our paragraph is about, which we see on the topic sentence here. So if we remember back to the beginning part of the paragraph, 3 to 5%. There we go. Raise the text up a little bit. 3 to 5%. Oh, I see I'm blocking part of the text. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. Here's what I can do. Take my picture out of here, but continue with the lesson. So you can still read all of it well. So, what we see before here is the average rate of people quitting smoking is 3 to 5%. But if people are successful, they get $750 from the company. So, down here when we're talking about the success of the program, we see this 15% of people were able to quit successfully, and we think, wow, that's crazy, because we learned before that only 3 to 5% were able to quit. And sure enough, that's what it tells us in the next sentence. That's 3 times the average rate of cessation, of stopping smoking. And let's see, and then it talks about the money again too. So healthcare costs for smoking in the United States is over $75 billion per year. If employees at GE can stop smoking, that would save them an average of $3,400 per year for each employee. So we see up above that their plan to pay each employee $750 if they successfully quit smoking. That's a really good deal for everybody involved. It's good for the employee because they get $750, and that's a lot of money to just give somebody. And it's good for the company too, because instead of paying an average of $3,400 per year in higher insurance and healthcare costs, they're paying $750. So, saves them a lot of money. Do we have any questions about this section? All right, just looking. Rosa, good catch there. Smoking is gerund. So returning back to Kyle's question about stopping smoking. Smoking is a gerund form. So it's a combination of the verbs stop and to smoke. And anyway, so yeah, it's the gerund form of the verb, smoking. All right. So let's move on to the last section here. And then we will do some reading questions. So, moving on, starting here. With the success of this program, It opens the door for other companies to follow GE's idea. Some people aren't motivated enough to quit for their health, but for their bank account, just maybe. So, what it is saying here is that hopefully maybe other companies will do the same thing. It could save a lot of money for the company, for the individual person. It will also save people's health, but maybe people are not motivated enough by their health to stop smoking. And motivated means it something that makes them want to do something. So maybe they aren't motivated enough to want to stop just by getting healthy, but for their bank account, meaning for money, if they get paid, maybe they will stop smoking. So, all right, so let's look just to check to make sure we don't have any other questions here. We do have one question from Jose a little bit ago. Man and woman formed 15%. I think maybe you're asking, is that, oh, here. There we go. I think maybe you're asking, is that men and women combined, forming the 15% who quit? And yes, in this case, we assume that yes, because it doesn't specify, 7% of men and 8% of women. It just says 15%. So, all right. So if there aren't any more questions about the reading right now, we will move on to the exercise. So this is what one of the Smrt Curriculum exercises looks like. We have a number of different questions here. So what we will do is spend a couple minutes answering the questions, and let's start with questions A through C. So those questions are, what is your opinion about GE's cessation program? Actually, you know what? Let's just start with question 1A. What is your opinion about GE's cessation program? I will put it back to the monkey music, give you a minute or two to write your answers into the chat feature, and we'll come back and talk about it, and we'll work through a couple questions like that, and then hopefully we'll understand the text even better, and it will help us to think a little bit about how do we approach paragraphs in English, how do we approach text. So look at this question here. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. What is your opinion about GE's cessation program? Remember the word cessation. It's a good vocabulary word, and we will be back in just a minute or two once people have typed their responses into the chat. All right, welcome back, everybody. So let's look at some of our comments here. And I will jump back on the screen. Ta-da, hello. All right. So we've got Jose says, I think that all the companies must have a commitment like GE. I think all the companies must have a commitment like GE. So yeah, I think that sounds like a great idea. It could save the company and people a lot of money and help improve people's health. Let's see. Marco says, I think it's a good program because it will help the health of people and raise anyone else doing. Let's see. And maybe help anyone else doing that. So yeah, another great opinion. Thank you, Marco. Let's see what Kieran says. Kieran says, it is an excellent program and I think other companies should follow it. It not only improves the health of the employees, but also saves a lot of company money. Exactly. It's exactly what it does. It improves people's health, saves the company money, and it helps the people to get a little bit of extra money too. Let's see. Rosa said, yeah, also very good, pointing out, Rosa, that it is very helpful it's very useful, very helpful to help people quit smoking. It's an effective, useful program. And so, yeah, the company's saving money, yeah, the person gets some money in their pocket too, but it's just effective for helping people to be healthier. And maybe without that program, they wouldn't have quit smoking and they wouldn't be so healthy. Let's see. Yeah, Bahar, it has helped a large number of people cope with their decision to quit smoking. And that's true. And pointing out, it is a lot of money, Jose, but it's still less money than the $75 million. So still less money. All right. And actually, Jose, no, who is that? Rosa. Sorry, Rosa. You must have been taking notes. You must have a notebook because you already answered our next question for us about how much does smoking cost the U.S. healthcare system every year. So thank you. You're looking ahead. Good job. Let's move on to the next question. C. What are other motivations to quit smoking? So if you remember, they mentioned a couple of them in the reading here. I'll pull my head out of here so you can look at this for just a moment. If you want to look back, maybe check your notes. But it mentioned a couple other ideas for how to quit smoking. It also, if you have other ideas that you can think of, please share them. So there are a lot of ideas that could be answers to this question about other motivations to quit smoking. So maybe a family member wants you to stop, maybe it's too expensive, there are a lot of things. So give you another maybe shorter time, 1 minute this time, and to answer the question, and then we will look at everyone's answers. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Put myself back on the screen. Hello. All right. So some of our answers here. Yeah, Rosa, right from the text. I think she must be taking notes. This is why it's a good idea to keep a notebook and a pen. The motivations to quit smoking, giving them money, and also education and tools. So, yeah, some motivations. You have resources to do it, money. You have education to do it. You have the tools. You're being helped a lot to quit smoking. See some other answers here. We've got Kyle saying where it combines the two main benefits of quitting smoking, this program combines the two main benefits that the text talks about, which are helping people and with their health, and then also saving the enterprise a lot of money, saving the business a lot of money. And then Marco, also very good answer, family and friends. Family and friends is a very good reason to quit smoking. Maybe people in your family or your friends just want you to stop. That's a fine reason. And then you feel good, and that affects your mental state, just like Marco is saying. Helps you to think more clearly, be more happy and positive, even if it is challenging at first. So it looks like we do have some questions about the money that it costs the United States per year, U.S. healthcare system, which was question B here. And we can look right back at the bottom here, $75 billion a year, which is a lot of money. A lot of money. A billion is 100 million. No, 1,000 million. It's more money than I even know about. All right. We've got, let's see, a couple other responses here. Some people quit smoking after they develop health issues and suffer from illnesses like a heart attack or lung diseases. But then it's too late. That's true. Maybe you go to the hospital for some reason, and then you're like, oh, I need to stop. But now I'm already very sick. It's too late. So that's true. So let's move on here to our final question that we will do, which will be question D. Do you think that this program would work for a smoker that you know? And then explain. So not just yes or no, but maybe yes, because my friend loves money but doesn't care about his health. Or no, because my friend really enjoys smoking and he doesn't care if it's bad for him. Or he likes his friends that he smokes with during his lunch break. I don't know. Whatever the answer might be. So we'll give you another just 1 or 2 minutes here, and then we will start to conclude the class. So I will disappear, and I will put the monkey music back on, and we will be ready to go. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's look at some of the answers here. I'll come back on the screen. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so answer to question D. Do you think this program would work for a smoker that you know? Explain. All right, so let's go back here. Rosa says she believes yes, this would work because some people want somebody else to motivate them to quit smoking. Yeah, people maybe don't want to do it by themselves, or maybe they can't do it by themselves. So yeah, that's a very good answer. Let's see, a couple more answers here. Jose says no, he doesn't think so, because they don't understand their situations. I'm not sure I completely understand, which is okay. But are we talking about other people don't understand smokers' situations, or the people who made this program don't understand the smokers' situations, or just one person can't understand another person's situation? So this sentence, they don't understand their situations, is grammatically is a fine sentence, but you could make it better, or you could clarify it by specifically naming who you're talking about. So maybe, no, I don't think so, because the companies that do this program do not understand smokers' situations, or smokers don't understand their own situations. Both of these could be options. So clarifying that is good. All right, so let's look at some new ones here. Kieran says, everyone loves to earn quick money, so I think it will help my friend to quit smoking. So yeah, money. If people want the money, they might quit smoking, even if it's hard. Let's see, Marco, yes, and it will help. It will help the people who do it. It will help the people who do it for those who don't do it. The people who don't want to quit, it will help them want to quit. Let's see. All right, and Kyle, yes, because I think he will feel motivated mainly by earning money to do that, and he will know that it could bring real benefits to your life. Good. Yeah. Let's see, and Rosa says, yes, this would work because people want someone to motivate them to quit smoking. They want a goal to reach, and money can be a good one these days. Great sentence. Very, very well written. Thank you, Rosa. So, that concludes our class for today. That's all we can get through today. And like I said, this is like a sample or an appetizer for our class that will start on September 19th, the week of September 19th. To find the class, like I mentioned, you can go to the link that I put earlier in the chat. That's smrtenglish.com. You can find our webpage that looks like this, smrtenglish.com/scel. You can also check out our YouTube channel, has information. You can look up Smart English or Spokane College of English Language or Canadian College of English Language, all on Facebook, or do a Google search. Any of those will work, and you'll be able to register. So again, my name is Sagen. I'm very happy you joined me today. Thank you to everyone who has been coming back to our classes. We have a few people, Rosa, Kaio, I believe, who've been coming to a number of classes, and thank you for joining us. So I will be signing off here in just a moment, and see if there are any more questions finally. One question from Marco, trabajaría. That is a conditional tense in Spanish for the word trabajar, means to work. And the way we use that in English, similar to what Rosa wrote, is would work. That would work. This would work. The plan would work. So, great question, great answer. Thank you everyone for the conversation, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'll be back this time, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the United States, on the same YouTube channel on Tuesday. So I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great weekend, everybody.